there. You can see just about a connect the dot layout here.
Yeah, the only way you can get in trouble is if you move to 7 as you made to 6. That's the only way I can see it.
Exactly. That's a good point there, by the way. So therefore, you have to play position on the 6, not to get straight in.
Right. That's funny. Sometimes you'll do that. You'll hit a ball like that, and it makes it where you can't get out.
So either angle will suffice on the 6, but you really don't want to get straight in, because if you get straight in, then you have to hit the 6 cleanly.
This is fine because the two balls go to his right. Like that.
Now you can't get straight in here. That's what you cannot get straight in here.
So he'll lay it right on the rail. And even the slightest angle is okay. This is ideal.
Flirted with that straight in angle though. But it was fine. This is game number 33. And all of a sudden now the gap is narrowed to within 3 games of the lead. 18 to 15. He's won 6 out of the last 7 games.
This is a pool knowledgeable audience too. A lot of pretty fair players in the crowd. Some old timers, old friends of mine I've seen, like Joe Villaponda. We used to run around, have a good time together.
Yeah.
Hustle pool.
Well, he didn't hit them balls well. He didn't hit them well. He did not hit those balls well. You could tell that he didn't hit them well by where the cue ball went after he struck the 1.
Right. You can always tell in the break shot by the direction the cue ball goes. Okay. Well, the 6 ball, I don't really see much trouble with this rack here. He wants to be able to get the right angle on the 2 ball here, where he can cut it to his left and go up the table for the 3 ball. He got that angle. And he'll use low right hand English and go to the rail like that. Good shot. Now the only problem here that I see, he grimaced a little bit when looking at the lie of the 7 ball. See, I might want to get an angle where I could play the combination from the 6 to the 9 and make the 7, and just try to leave the 6 ball right there in the side, because it's hard to get perfect on that 7 where you can make it and get on the 8, as I see it. You see a better way to do it?
I agree with you, but you don't want, it's situations like this where you have a tendency somewhat to make a wrong decision. I think that the 7 is available in the side pocket, obviously, so I think you better take what the table gives him right here, not try to get too creative, because I think he's going to need good table management at this time, and not try to be a little overly creative here. He has to play solid here. Take what the table offers. Play the 6 in the corner. Take your chances. You end up with a decent shot on the 7, maybe to bump the 9 or something.
That's what he's going to do.
So he has the option to play the combination here, the 6, 9, 7. Let's see what he does.
Okay, he's going to play it in the corner.
Right, he's going to play in the corner, because that way he knows what he has to do now, and he knows how to control the balls this way. So all he needs to do is now pocket the 6 and deal with the 7.
Well, he might get an angle where he could cut the 7 to his left, and the cue ball goes to the side rail to the right of the side. He got it.
Right.
And out 1 rail.
Yeah, that's good. So therefore, he has complete control now. He doesn't have to worry about getting a bad kiss or a bad roll, because he has control of the table and he has control of the layout. Now it's nicely done. Yeah.
Yep. Good shot.
And he said, enough of this. I had a 9-game lead at one time, only to see it, vanish to within 3 games. Now I'm going to have to start building it back up. And this is game number 34. And with the pocketing of the 10, he will amass a 4-game lead at 19 to 15.
Okay. I noticed that Shane has his order of putting the balls also.
Well, he's been putting that 6 behind the 1 and the 5 behind the 1 on the other side.
Right. Right.
Of course, the 2 and the 3 always are going to be on the corners. That's the way the format is designed.
I haven't seen a thin ball on the break.
And if the 10 ball happens to be pocketed on the break in the lower 2 corner pockets, it doesn't count. It's respotted.
Well, I think that's good myself.
When you play rack your own, that just takes all the guessing out of it, whether or not you gave yourself too good of a rack, possibly, if you could call it that. Wow, he really struck him well, didn't he? Look at
that stuff.
Wow, really,
Exactly
really struck him well. He doesn't want to see that 1 go, but that didn't help. The 1 did go in the side pocket. Had that 1 not gone in the side pocket, look how nicely the balls would have been laying for him.
Yep.
So therefore, things are starting to turn a little bit now. And he broke him well enough for that 1 not to have fallen on the side, because it was really an injustice in the sense that it did fall, considering how well he struck the break.
Well, here I like that shot. He had it earlier. 3 rails behind the 3 ball. You try to leave the 2 on the side rail, and you leave him long distance and absolutely straight in if he happens to see it.
Yeah, and he shoots. He hits balls accurately enough to do that too. By the way, he's opting to go the other way.
This is what I meant.
Okay, yeah.
3 rails
Okay,
behind the 3.
good. There you go. Very
Good
good.
shot.
Great call. Good execution.
Look at that. If he leaves it leak out, Corey still had a really, really hard.
And that particular shot wasn't all that difficult to execute because he had a large area to reposition the cue ball with.
Exactly.
Behind the 3. And with the angle that he was left on the 2, that shot played actually a little bit more simple than it appeared. But it was a great shot because he had the perspicacity to understand that shot was available. Do you hit this with some speed? You have to hit this with some speed, right?
Yeah, I try to hit the high side of the 2 ball here, and the cue ball might go into the 8. I don't want to hit the bottom side of it. I might scratch on the side. Yeah, I don't want to give myself a chance to get distance.
Okay, if you kick this way, you don't really hit it with a lot of speed. You hit it with like a medium stroke.
Well, this is the way I would kick at it, like this.
So it didn't matter what side of the 2 ball he hit, he probably would have gotten a little bit of distance, and he was quite fortunate.
He hit it.
He hit it, and he was quite fortunate to have gotten where he did get, considering how he hit it.
This one, sometimes it causes me to prostitute my thinking, because a ball hung up like this 9 makes me go to the rail behind the 8 rather than the other way. It gives me a chance to make the 9.
Oh, I like going in here this way and hitting with speed. Because if a ball's hanging, particularly with another ball around it, like the 5, you can make the 8 and the 9, that is, in quite a few different ways.
Well, I don't think he's got much of a shot here.
Had he been left-handed, he would cut this in, but he's not left-handed. He's right-handed, so therefore he may not try to cut it in.
He may be cutting it. Let's see.
Wow, I didn't think he made that ball when he hit. These pockets are really forgiving at this point right now.
Yeah, they sure are.
No, this is a touchy little shot here. I mean, there's a lot of traffic down there.
Well, if the 10 wasn't there, or the 8.
Yeah, a lot of traffic down there.
Right?
Yeah, but the 10 and the 8 are there.
Right. Exactly.
A lot of traffic here, okay?
You could hit this with inside English and have the cue ball go 1 rail towards the 5. That's a possibility. You use the outside.
You know what? He's going to end up behind the 5.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic there. It was a very, very difficult shot to negotiate, considering of how the balls were positioned on the table.
And also, the position of the cue ball, he had to elevate the cue and twist it a little bit. It's awfully easy to get the wrong speed or the wrong degree of thickness on a 3 ball.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy hit to begin with.
Exactly. I don't know how much of it he can hit here.
Not very much. Cannot hit much of the 4, which actually limits him of what he can do.
Wow, look at the thinness of that hip.
I think he tried to cut it in. Well, this time he wasn't fortunate like he was the other time, putting the cue ball behind the 10. Now this time it looks like he's really has a problem because he's left Shane a nice shot on the 4.
Right, he can draw it back and play the 5 in the same pocket, or play position for the side like that.
And once again, it looks like the lead is going to lengthen out a little bit more. If he's able to pocket the 7, 8, and 10, he will then have once again a 5-game lead.
This is almost like a championship prize fight where you see one guy he's hitting the other guy with lefts and rights and just beating him into submission, but he runs out of steam, and then the other guy gets the momentum. Okay, it's going to be 20-15. Shane.
I think it was a very descriptive when Mike Siegel and other top players like yourself refer to 9-ball as a game of momentum, because there's such a lot of momentum when you play 9-ball or 10-ball too, because of the nature of the game, because you break the balls wide open, and you can string racks, and fortuitous things can happen to you and against you. So therefore, there's a lot more momentum in that type of a game, and this game is a game of momentum. When momentum is on your side, you really have to use good judgment at times to keep that momentum on your side.
Right.
And in a match of this length in particular, we're going to see that momentum change quite a few times.
Yes, we are. Very interesting, too. I've noticed that neither one of these gentlemen has taken like a bite of a candy bar, or, they haven't needed to go to the bathroom. They're just playing championship 9-ball.
Well, Corey Deuel, Corey Deuel alluded to exactly what you were talking about there. He says that I like to eat carbohydrates the day before I play. He says because, it's hard to burn off carbohydrates, and it keeps me strong longer. He says for when I have a long day of play.
Okay. Now, here, I like to draw the cue ball back a little bit, maybe, so that I can cut the 2-ball to my left and come back up the table in that fashion.
Yeah, that's excellent. That's an excellent option to play position for the 2, to drop for the 3.
Especially for a right-handed player.
Yeah.
If the 8 went there, I might consider doing something else.
There's the other angle that he could end up. He could end up cutting the 2 to his left and sending the cue ball straight down table. But of course, it's much more difficult to end up with the correct angle by going away from the 2 and then trying to, But he's going to go cross table now and end up near that half a diamond mark over there. Okay, that's pretty good right there.
We got to be careful. He wants to lengthen it out. He wants to hit just before the side pocket and go past the 7 and 10.
So he went past, he went past the side. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. That was the problem with going past the side. If you go in front of the side, you don't have that problem.
Exactly. Well, again, that's an unforced error of the type I don't expect from a Corey Deuel.
Well, you have to have better cue ball control in terms of speed to go past the side and shooting it in that fashion, opposed to going in front of the side. In front of the side, you can afford to hit a little bit harder because you don't have to deal with the 10 coming off that second cushion. So therefore, he was able to pocket the 2, but not able to control the cue ball, hitting it a little bit too hard. It could cost him this game and possibly others as well. And this match is starting to, get away from him again, because he's already trailing by 5.
I might be wrong, but the score presently reflects how I think both of them have been playing.
Well, there's no question that Van Boeing has been playing a more consistent game.
And that's not always the case, but I think it is here.
Yes, I think that the balls haven't really favored one player over the other, and the score is certainly indicative to how they've been playing.
No problem here at all. He'll use a high ball with maybe a smidgen of left English and come out one rail to get straight into the 9. Just like that. and all of a sudden it's going to be a 6-game lead. 21-15.
Yeah, in the game in the lead did dwindle down to 3, and all of a sudden Corey had that heartbeat going again, and now once again it's built back up to now 6 games with Van Boeing breaking the balls, and you know that whenever Van Boeing breaks the balls, it's not too much of a surprise to see him pocket up 1 or 2 balls on the break and come up with a shot.
Yeah, he got a kiss and scratched the last break.
It's 20 after 9.
Thank you.
The 6th ball is the ball that's been going in behind the 1 in the right-hand side pocket, for both players.
Now, I watched his follow-through a couple of times. His cue stick follows through to the side pocket. His tip goes all the way to the side. See there?
Watch the cue ball. He got a nice kiss there, and he's made a couple balls on the break. He has a nice bank. He's got a big pocket considering the position of the 5.
It looks like it lays where it could double kiss out of there unless he
Yeah.
hits it perfectly
Right.
or real easy.
Yeah, it's a good point there. The 5 ball is positioned where if you don't hit the backside of the 5, if you hit too much in the center of the 5, it'll hit that rail and bounce back and hit the 1 ball again and double kiss it away from the pocket.
Right. That's one of the great things in Freddie's book about banking. When you hit a bank shot easy, you don't get that applied English. It's actually, you can shoot this easy and get a good true roll of the object ball. The only thing you have to allow for is the new cloth.
And I think he's best served by hitting it with a slow speed because of the position of the next ball, the 3 ball.
Sure. That's beautiful. That was the only problem I saw too. That I saw that the 5 ball might get where you couldn't make it.
And now the 5 ball, like you said, it's sort of like somewhat out of position. But it has landed pretty much ideally on the 3 in terms of a nice angle. But of course, he still has to pocket the long shot on the 3. But he does have the correct angle in case he does pocket the 3, he'll be in line for the 4. But the question is, what about the 5?
Exactly.
So a lot of work here in front of Van Boeing, not only in pocketing the 3, but also coming up with a good shot on the 4 that carries the right angle to drop nicely for the 5 if it's even available.
Yeah, there almost isn't one, exactly.
Yeah. Well, he's fallen a little short of the mark, I believe. I believe he wanted to end up on the other side of the 4. He wanted to cut it to the 4 to his right. Now he's going to have to go underneath the 9. And if the 5 isn't available in the corner pocket, I don't see how he's going to get out.
Well, he has other options here. He could play safe.
Oh, yeah. He always has that option. And you can play at a 3-rail save, provided you can stick the cue ball behind the 10. Okay, now he has the option to play that 3-rail safe or even to cross the 5, which is a little high risk, but nevertheless, it's still there.
The problem with crossing the 5 is to beat the kiss, you have to send the cue ball to the end rail and then to
Toward
the
the
10,
10, yeah.
and you're not likely to have a shot. I like the 3-rail safety a lot.
Yeah, if he can get the cue ball behind the 10, the
He
3-rail
got it there.
safety, if the 3-rail safety is a good selection. It's a good choice. I was just trying to point out the options that he did have. You never can tell, what a player's going to do. He wants that spin to take. He wants to get up table as far as it possibly can go, because the only ally he has now is distance, and that's the only thing he has going for him right now. Is
I
there
can't
enough
tell if
distance?
he can make this ball or not. It's hard to
Yeah,
see.
I think he can. Yeah, I think he can make the 5. He has room to make it.
But if he can, he shouldn't have any trouble getting position on the 8. Yeah, I can tell by the way he's addressing the shot already that he can make it. Good shot, good shot.
Now he's going to have to play side pocket for the 8. And it looks like he's on an angle where he really can't afford to soft roll it because he's going to send them away from the 9. So he's going to have to do something with the cue ball here.
He had this shot earlier, and he managed to get a nice high ball stroke on it and get the cue ball to go to the end rail and two rails towards the 9, just like this.
And he's hit that with real good speed. You're going to see when this cue ball does finally stop, it's going to be in just about an ideal position.
Remember, you aspiring 9-ball players, the easier you shoot, the quicker the English takes. He hit that at speed where his nice high ball English would take. Hit that any harder, the cue ball scratches, or you don't get position.
And now, once again, this match is lengthening out. There's now a 7-game lead, 22-15. You know, and Duel was starting to feel more comfortable with how he was playing and the way the match was going when he narrowed that gap to 3. But once again, it's jumped up there all the way to 7.
Well, we alluded to the multiple momentum changes anyway. Only natural. Well, how many times have you and I seen in our careers ahead sessions? The guys that play 10 ahead or 12 ahead, and the other guy will be on the hill and end up losing.
Oh, many times. And it's always usually been against players that have good presence and good management skills because, you know, given the opportunities, they have to make the best with them. And when they get that momentum, they have to know how to keep it. There goes that ball in the siding, and that ball has been going in with regularity for both players. The 2 and the 3 are tied up at the other end of the table. No shot on the 1.
Yeah, he is unhappy with where the 1 is. It's the second game in a row. It ended up in roughly the same area. Well, here, I like right English, about a third of a ball hit or a fourth of a ball hit on the 1, trying to get the cue ball to go between the 4 and 7 and down maybe behind the 9 and 10, like this.
Right. And with the new cloth, it lengthened out.
Of course.
But you know what? It's not all that bad because he doesn't have much potential here. Look.
Right. Well, here, it's hard to even miss the 5 ball as you make the 1.
And even if you do miss the 5 ball, where's the cue ball going to go? I don't even think he should pocket the 1 here. Why would he even want to pocket the 1?
Well, he's going to thin the 2 ball and bring the cue ball back down about where it is now is what he's going to try to do. I mean, I can't see any other logical choice.
I know it's a shot that I wouldn't want to shoot, but of course he hits balls so much better than me. You know, we'll see how he handles this. Well, at least he's gotten the cue ball far enough down the table to create a problem for Van Boeing in terms of pocketing the ball and playing position for the 3. So let's see what he does.
Yeah, this is an interesting shot because there's a lot of ways you could play it.
And a lot of things that can go wrong.
I wouldn't cut it for the left-hand corner because you scratch off the 9 more often.
A lot of things that can go wrong here. A lot of things.
I might even consider trying to luck the 10 ball in before I do that.
How about playing the 2 ball, 2 cushions underneath him, resending the cue ball behind the 9.
I like that because that keeps the cue ball from scratching. Very nice choice. Let's see what he picks.
Oh, he opted to play it straight in, and I didn't think he had the ability to hit it as accurately and control the cue ball as well as he did from that position.
That's some kind of pool shot.
It sure is.
You don't know how difficult that is unless you're a pro.
I didn't think that was even available, but obviously it was. But it was only available if struck the way he struck it.
Exactly. That was some kind of beautiful.
That's the beauty of use, Grady.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Well, this got a little funny. I think if I had the shot he's got here, I would draw it back past the 8.
It got funny for you or me, but for him, the way he's playing,
well, you're right.
It's not funny. It's not funny at all, and it certainly isn't funny for Duel.
This is the shot I like right there. Well, he's presently making the game look very easy.
Now, he's doing exactly everything he's been asked to do.
Now look at this reach for a right-hander. That's a very nice stretch here. Well, he's going to change his mind and use the bridge.
Yeah, can't quite get over the table far enough to sight that ball as well as he wants because, he understands now that he has the momentum and he has to keep it. So therefore, don't do anything careless. If you need to get the bridge. Go ahead, make the shot, and go on your way.
Low right English. Just back out in the middle of the table.
He says, okay, I can afford to leave some distance because that's not been a problem.
It sure hasn't. It doesn't really matter too much here which side of the 8 he gets on.
He's hitting balls so well. He's got a nice stroke, and he's getting good action on the cue ball. Even though it appears as he's hitting it the ball softly, he's getting good action. He's got good control of his stroke, and he's really controlling that cue ball nicely and with accuracy. And once again, the lead will now go back to 8 games. The largest lead was 9, back to 8. It was down to 3, back to 8, providing he pockets the 10.
Yeah, it was just this kind of angle that he almost missed the thin ball. I think he'll correct it this time. He
Not that
didn't.
time. Center pocket.